The starry ceiling tumbles on the town, but I just sit and give a quiet smile. The heavy timber beams are falling down. I think I'm gonna linger for a while. I think I'm gonna linger for a while, and wear my ragged trouble like a style. I wouldn't trade this moment for a crown. I walk into the tempest for a mile. Sing a little magic in the blues. The bitter wind is blowing very cold. I tap the dusty leather of my shoes. I wrap my heavy jacket in a fold. We do not have a single thing to lose. A sudden kind of beauty we can hold. The ending is a welcome piece of news. A lovely little story to be told. A hurricane of glasses in the sky, but we are busy keeping up a song. I watch the burning planets floating by, and nothing in the evening feeling wrong. There ain't a single reason we should cry. The rhythm in the tavern playing strong. The heavy clouds are rolling very high. I knew I would be happy very high. I knew I would be happy all along. In my mind, and pour another heavy glass of wine. The universe is leaving us behind, but honestly we're doing very fine. The ending of the world is very kind. I see the broken constellations shine. I do not have a reason to be blind. I walk along a very happy line. Sit alone where the liquor flows. The dusty corner is damp and chill. A heavy wind from the alley blows, but the crowded room is drinking still. Down on the wood a radiance shows, a piece of sea glass by a spill. It shines the way the water goes, and gives my lonely heart a thrill. This polished fragment is burning blue. It takes me back to the silver sand. The magic in it is deep and true. I hold the ocean right in my hand. A salty breeze is washing through, miles away from this broken land. The shoreline feeling shining new, exactly how the heavens planned. I wipe away a heavy tear and think about the rising tide. I never thought I would find it here after the long and bitter ride. The water calling is loud and clear, a piece of home I keep inside. My coastal cabin is drawing near, where all my weary sorrows hide. The piano plays a heavy song, but in my hand the stone is bright. The road I traveled was hard and wrong, until I found this magic night. I missed the ocean for far too long. Now little treasure has made me strong and keeps my happy home inside. And keeps my happy home inside. Register is empty down below. The bottles on the shelf are put away. The bottles that mourn the shelf are put away. The silver dust that's settled begin to show. The silver dust that settles on the tray. You're sleeping and there's nowhere else to go. The beauty of a Sunday on display. The rhythm of your breathing deep and slow. The only song that I could ever play. The world outside can never find us here. The rhythm of the rainfall on the street. I pull you by the shoulder, bring you near. The tangled, faded cotton of the sheet. You wipe away a solitary tear to make this broken woman feel complete. The Sunday morning air is sharp and clear. I love the way our resting bodies meet. The band has left their cases on the stage. The empty wooden tables on the floor. I fold another corner of the page and lock the iron deadbolt on the door. The ticking clock forgets my bitter age. I fill a glass and watch the water pour. I leave my lonely demons in the cage. I love you in the quiet more and more. The world outside can never find us here. The rhythm of the rainfall on the street. I pull you by the shoulder, bring you near. The tangled, faded cotton of the sheet. You wipe away a solitary tear to make this broken woman feel complete. The Sunday morning air is sharpened. The busy street begins to multiply. We settle where our resting bodies stood. The clouds, the peaceful morning passing by. I love you, and I always knew I would. A Sunday morning, looking through the glass. The heavy clouds begin to break and pour. It washes out the sorrows of the past and floods the cobblestones outside the door. A sleepy silence settles in the brass, while thunder echoes with a hollow roar. The weekend faded in a blur so fast. I've never seen a rain like this before. The water drowns the quiet Sunday street and steals the colors from the morning gray. It falls in rhythm with the swaying beat to wash the ashes of the night away. I watch the ripples and the raindrops meet and hear the breathing of the quiet day. The chilly air is feeling bittersweet, while all the weary ghosts begin to sway. Ooh, the bitter remnants of a sweetened wine are left to settle in the morning chill. I trace the condensationation in a line and watch the rivers on the pavement spill. The empty glasses never catch the shine, because the heavy sky is crying still. There is a shiver creeping up my spine as raindrops gather on the wooden sill. I hear the music of the waterfall. The heavy skies continue to outpour, and lamplight dances on the tavern wall, while spilling onto every wooden floor. I hear the handle of the entrance door, a Sunday morning that consumes us all. I've never seen a rain like this before. Tavern air is turning cold, the mist is rolling through the night. I drink a wine that's cheap and old and watch the sky begin to light. I feel the magic take its hold, the hazy street is painted white. I see a memory unfold when you were walking in my sight. I see the table standing bare. I walk into the hazy view. The heavy water in the air is falling as the morning dew. I leave my jacket on the chair to step outside and look for you. I think I see you standing there, but mist is all I'm walking through. We walked upon the gravel ground, the morning mist was drawing near. We didn't make a single sound. The iron sky was never clear, and in the fog your face I found. You wiped away a salty tear, but now there's nobody around. I drink the wine and sit right here. Sit inside the magic spell and watch the window turn to gray. The sticky drops of liquor fell to wash the dirty glass away. I hear a distant wooden bell before the breaking of the day. There is no water in the well, there is no music left to play. The final patron stumbles out the door. The tender wipes the bottle and the glass. I'm staring at the scuff marks on the floor and watching all the empty minutes pass. A single little candle left to burn is melting out a puddle on the tin. I watch the heavy take a shiver on my skin. The orange light is reaching out to me. The orange light is reaching on my cheek. It lays a steady finger out to me. It lays a steady finger on my cheek. It lays a steady finger on my cheek. It feels exactly like it used to be before the freezing weather left me weak. The sudden yellow fire gives a leap. It warms me like the heavy way you hold. But now you're gone and left me out to weep, and every little thing is turning cold. The final little spark begins to snap. The darkness is a river pouring down. And let the bitter winter take the town. The magic of the tavern starts to fade. The heavy air is smelling like the rain. Your phantom touch is hiding in the shade, leaving me to swallow down the pain. The blackened little wick is all the proof. I'm drinking down this howling round the roof. I watch another empty minute pass. Vendors start to gather on the street, while autumn air is carrying the cold. I wrap my heavy coat around you, sweet, and pull you close enough for me to hold. The tavern floor has rested from our feet. The ragged bluesy tales of night are told. The rhythm my chest begins to beat. I watch your weary, lovely smile unfold. The haze of Sunday rises from the dawn. I taste the rich remainder of the wine. A quiet, loving breath becomes a yawn. You shiver on the boards, completely mine. The crimson velvet curtains have been drawn. The sudden magic sun begins to shine. A lonely sparrow dances on and reads the morning weather like a sign. The upright bass is resting by the fire. The energetic brass begins to play. Yet looking at you raises my desire. I wanna watch you gently breathe and sway. The Sunday bell is ringing from the spire, a perfect reason for my heart to stay. We're dancing like a bird upon a wire, and welcoming the breaking of the day. The empty tavern offers up a space. The vibrant rhythm rises from the ground. I trace the tender lines upon your face, because the greatest treasure has been found. We occupy this warm and sacred place, and suddenly our spirits become bound. I hold you in an intimate embrace and let the bluesy melody surround. And let the bluesy melody surround. Let the day begin.